purpose of this training video is to introduce you to the next generation of IC bus. Over the next several minutes, you will be introduced to new features and updates. Please note, policies vary. Please follow the written procedures and requirements for your operation. Should you find a discrepancy in the information provided here, consult your supervisor for clarification. The school bus driver is ultimately responsible for the safe operation of the vehicle and should make every effort to understand all features and functions prior to operating it. No safety system removes driver responsibility. This training is designed to support you and your operation in better understanding the next generation IC Bus CE series, making the transition to a new bus easier for everybody. In this training, we will cover the child reminder system, lamp check operation, various operator controls, the electronic gear shifter, Bendix IntelliPark, dash indicator lamps, electronic stability control, collision mitigation systems, and more. Drivers will notice several changes to the front end of the CE bus, all designed with student safety, driver comfort, and durability in mind. The next generation IC bus provides greater forward visibility, allowing you to see up to 11 inches closer to the front of the bus than the previous model. Be aware that several features highlighted throughout this training, such as the optional crossarm and LED headlights shown here, may be different than your own buses. Inside, you will find all of the familiar features you're used to, with some added bonuses. A more spacious driver's compartment comes equipped with more storage options, USB ports for those long sports trips, and a redesigned HVAC system. The redesigned HVAC system will provide not only better defrosting capabilities, but standard air conditioning for the driver. We will cover the operation of the driver air conditioning system later. In addition, the driver's heater has been moved from the left side panel and can now be directed through dash-mounted vents and/or at the floor above the pedals. We'll begin now by going through various features and functions, starting with the electronic gear shifter. The electronic gear shifter has been designed to make operations simple. Safety features prevent the operator from shifting gears unintentionally while on the road. To shift gears, place your foot firmly on the brake pedal and rotate the selector forward for drive. Rotate back toward you for neutral, then back again for reverse. If you try to shift without your foot on the brake pedal, you will see a gear wrench icon or range inhibit light appear on the dash. Shift back to neutral, then try again. New IC buses are equipped with Bendix IntelliPark, a simple electronically operated brake control that reduces driver fatigue. Integration with the body control module can prevent rollaway collisions by automatically setting the parking brake when necessary. Be aware that in order to release the parking brake, the key must be in the on or accessory position. Lights on the parking brake control indicate its status. Regardless of system features, you must always set the parking brake when required to do so and/or prior to leaving the driver's seat. To release the parking brake, place your foot firmly on the brake pedal and press the IntelliPark release button. The red lights will turn off when the brake is released. To set the parking brake, just pull as you normally would. The red lights will illuminate to indicate that the parking brake has been set. If for some reason the parking brake will not set, place the bus in neutral, turn off the engine, turn the key back to on or accessory, and pump the brakes down until the air pressure is below 30 psi. This will force the spring brake to apply. Immediately notify a mechanic and cease operation of the vehicle until repaired. The entrance door has been redesigned in the new CE bus. The new design incorporates a latching system that helps keep the entrance door closed while the bus is parked. In addition, one-piece glass in each door panel provides greater visibility to the loading area. We will cover operator controls momentarily, but first let's review how to open the doors from the outside. To the left of the entrance door, turn the knob to the right as shown here to release the mechanical latches on buses with air-operated doors. If your bus is equipped with electrically operated doors, the label will read, Powered Open Close. Hold the knob to the right until both door panes have opened. Inside, you will find a relocated emergency release. In order for the door to operate via the door switch in the driver's compartment, the release knob must be in the upright position, or door system active. Prior to exiting the bus at the completion of your route, open the door from the driver's compartment switch and simply push the door closed behind you to latch it closed. If you choose, you can exit the bus by flipping the release switch to manual operation, then push the doors open. Be aware, in order for the doors to latch closed, the release knob must be placed back in the door active position before you exit the bus. The left side switch panel can be configured several different ways depending on the options ordered on your buses. The panel here, for example, contains door and warning light controls, whereas this panel contains controls for body air conditioning. We can't cover every configuration, so we'll focus on the first panel you saw. Starting at the top, you will see adjustment switches for the powered side and convex mirrors. In the past, the heated mirror switch was located on this panel. Now, you will find it to the right of your headlight switch. A timer on this switch will prevent the heating element from burning out. Moving down and to the left, the noise suppression switch can be turned on to immediately silence all heaters, fans, and radios. This is useful at railroad crossings. However, remember to turn the switch off once you're done, as it may silence your two-way radio. The midship heater switch controls an underseat heater located just forward of the street-side emergency exit door. The left and right fan switches control the bulkhead-mounted defrost fans. Aim these fans at areas prone to fogging, such as the entrance door or driver's window, to keep them clear. To avoid catch hazards, these fans should be off any time someone is standing or occupying the area forward of the white line. The rear heater switches each control a fan on the heating unit located near the rear of the bus. The destination sign switch controls the illuminated school bus sign. Some buses may be equipped with 2 switches rather than 1, as shown here. Lastly, the boost pump switch turns on a circulating pump that assists in maintaining better cabin heat. This pump should be used anytime the cabin heating system is turned on. Your switch panel may contain additional switches not shown here, such as a cross-arm cancel or red interior lighting. Discuss these options with your supervisor. The right side switch panel contains several switches. The interior-exterior switch changes the PA and radio from interior to exterior. The driver dome switch controls the driver's overhead dome light. The dome light switch controls the passenger cabin lighting. Depending on options, your bus may be equipped with several dome light switches, each controlling a different zone. To the right of the dome light switch is an optional dimmer switch that allows the driver to control the intensity of the interior lighting. Unlike previous models of CE bus, dome light switches will be operable with the key in the off position and may be equipped with a timer. If the dome lights stay on after you've shut down and performed your child reminder reset and the switches are off, they will time out on their own. The exhaust brake switch allows the driver to turn the exhaust brake on or off. The exhaust brake is used to help slow the bus by using engine back pressure and does not actually apply the brakes. The off-road switch is a traction control switch. If you become stuck during a turnaround, for example, turning this switch on will allow more power to the rear wheels to help you get out. A TC light will flash on the dash intermittently while this switch is on. Do not operate the bus on pavement with this switch turned on. The transmission mode switches shown here are for maintenance purposes only. The indicator shown here will illuminate when the overhead warning lights have been activated. Shown here is a slightly different dashboard configuration. While most switches are the same, they are arranged differently. This bus is equipped with adjustable pedals. The bus must be stationary, in neutral, and the parking brake set for the adjustable pedal switch to operate. The parked regeneration switch should not be used by anybody other than a mechanic. The hazard or four-way flasher switch has been moved from the steering column to the right side of the dashboard. This bus is also equipped with right side light and door controls. These will be covered in another section. The stepwell heater is now located on the rightmost switch panel. You may have noticed it was not mentioned during our review of the left side panel. Lastly, the optional air horn switch can also be found on the right side. The lamp check feature is designed to assist the driver in verifying functionality of most lights. This feature should not be used in place of a proper pre-trip, as it only checks the fixture itself, not total system operation. To activate the lamp check, press the lamp check button to the left of the steering column. If the wipers have activated the headlight switch is turned on, or your foot is on the brake pedal, the lamp check feature will not operate. To deactivate, simply press the switch, tap the brakes, or turn the headlights on. The child reminder system activates when the red state lights and stop arm are first used. The driver is required to reset the system once the ignition has been turned off. Upon shutting the bus down, the headlights will begin to flash, and the interior dome lights will illuminate. As of June 2024, there is no audible warning or display to indicate a reset is necessary. You will have 60 seconds to reset the child reminder system. Failure to reset will result in the horn sounding. Remember, your priority is not disabling the alarm. Your priority is to check for sleeping passengers. To reset the system, turn the key back to the accessory position. At this time, the dome lights will turn on to assist you in your cabin checks. Press the reset button in the rear driver's side corner of the bus to disarm. The dome lights will flash 3 times to indicate that the system has been deactivated. As mentioned, there are several configurations available for warning light and door controls. The standard offering places the door and warning light controls on the steering wheel. These switches are color-coded and backlit to make operations simple. With this setup, the master flasher switch may be on the left or right side panel. Another common request is to have the controls located on the left side panel. This can be done as a standalone option, or in addition to the steering wheel controls. Lastly, as you saw earlier, some buses are equipped with right side door and warning light controls. This too can be done as a standalone option or in conjunction with steering wheel controls. The configuration of the bus you drive is determined by the individual ordering the buses. Operator controls are very simple to use. On the steering wheel, pressing the amber on-off button will activate the amber overhead warning lights. A light will begin to flash on the dashboard, and the pilot light mentioned earlier will illuminate on the right side panel. Most CE buses are equipped with a red override switch. This switch allows the driver to activate the stop arms and warning lights without opening the door. With the steering wheel control shown here, pressing the red button once activates the system. You can press it again to cancel or accelerate, and it will turn itself off at 3 miles per hour. Opening the door is as simple as pressing the steering wheel control or flipping the toggle switch. With the master on, the stop arms and red lights will begin flashing. The new premium instrument cluster provides you with all the information you need while on the road, in an easy-to-read format. We'll take a moment here to highlight a few key indicator lights. For descriptions of all lights shown here, please refer to the operator's manual or speak to a mechanic. Additionally, your facility should be equipped with the dashboard indicator light poster shown here. It's important to note that modern diesel engines are extremely clean and efficient. To ensure the engine continues to operate efficiently, an after-treatment process essentially scrubs the exhaust. As part of that process, several indicator lights on the cluster will keep the driver informed of system operation or problems. Starting with the diesel exhaust fluid light. This light being illuminated indicates that the DEF tank is low and must be filled as soon as possible. The high temperature light is indicative of a healthy after-treatment system. Under 5 miles per hour, this light will illuminate to indicate that exhaust temperatures are higher than normal. This is not a cause for concern. Do notify your mechanic if this light is on all the time or with increasing frequency. Inversely, the DPF filter light signals that the bus requires service as soon as possible. This light should prompt a call to a mechanic as the bus may go into a derate or limp mode. The bus is still safe to operate. The wait to start light is to the bus as your morning cup of coffee is to you. You should allow the bus to wake up and warm up prior to making it work. When you key on, the grid heater light shown here will illuminate. You must wait for this light to go out before starting the bus. This may take several seconds on cold days. As you saw earlier, the exhaust or engine brake can be turned on or off with a switch. On some buses, when the engine brake is active, a green icon will illuminate on the dash. This indicates normal operation. The warning or state light indicators will flash when the amber or red overhead lights are in operation. If you try to activate amber warning lights or open the service door with the master flasher off, these lights will flash in unison. Mentioned earlier, the traction control indicator will flash intermittently if slippery road conditions exist, or if you have turned traction control off with the switch on the dash. A steady traction control light that is not flashing may indicate a fault in the system. If your bus is equipped with a wheelchair lift, the lift light shown here will illuminate if the lift door is open or not secure. If you have closed the lift door and this light is still illuminated, reopen the door and close it again. If this still doesn't solve the problem, contact a mechanic. A steadily illuminated ABS light may indicate a faulty sensor or even buildup of ice, dirt, or other road debris. Follow your operations procedure for ABS lights. An ABS light that flashes briefly while stopping indicates normal operation, and the ABS system is actively working. The stability control light may flash when vehicle safety systems detect a skid, slide, or risk of rollover. At times, you may see this light when accelerating too aggressively while turning, say from a stop sign, or attempting to beat traffic. Remember, safety is more important than time. The wrench icon and engine light indicate service is required soon. The bus is still safe to operate but should be serviced as soon as possible. A red Stop Now light indicates a serious mechanical defect. Pull over as soon as possible to a safe location, turn the hazard lights on, place the bus in neutral, set the parking brake, and turn the engine off. Lastly, the Instrument Cluster Center display provides vehicle information to the operator. Most on-screen prompts are self-explanatory, such as the example shown here. The outside ambient air temperature display can be requested at the time of order and may not be enabled on your bus. Bendix Wingman comes as standard equipment on CE series buses. Some operators have chosen to omit the standard advanced safety system entirely, while others have upgraded to Bendix Wingman Fusion. This portion will provide a brief overview of collision mitigation, but is primarily designed to explain the new dashboard indicators. For training documents, videos, and printable handouts, visit leonardbus.com/training and navigate to the Training Resources section, then click on Bendix Wingman Information and Training Materials. A word of caution. No school bus safety technology replaces the most important safety component of all: a skilled, alert, professional driver exercising safe driving habits, as well as continuous, comprehensive driver training. First things first. The driver interface unit formerly located on the right side dash of the CE bus has been removed and replaced by the LCD display in the instrument cluster. Collision mitigation system alerts, warnings, and information will be displayed in both the bottom right corner of the LCD display and in the center, depending on the nature of the event. Standard features include electronic stability control, adaptive cruise control, following distance alerts, impact alerts, stationary object alerts, and collision mitigation above 15 miles per hour. Adaptive cruise control utilizes a forward-looking radar unit located in the front bumper to scan the road ahead. This function should not be used in inclement weather or traffic. The LCD display will show the following. Number 1 indicates your cruise control set speed, while number 3 shows the speed of the vehicle ahead of you. Number 2 is the most important and is a color-coded distance alert. Green indicates your following distance is safe. Yellow indicates you are getting too close to the forward vehicle. Red indicates that you are too close and should intervene. You may be wondering how it's possible to get too close to the forward vehicle with adaptive cruise control. This can occur when someone abruptly pulls in front of you, slams on their brakes, or you are operating in heavy traffic with cruise control on. Following distance alerts will be displayed as CMS, or Collision Mitigation System. A green CMS indicator means that all is well and your distance is safe. Yellow indicates that you are too close and must create space between you and the forward vehicle. This is also accompanied by 2 levels of audible warning depending on severity. Understand that an audible warning and yellow indicator means that you are following too closely for the size and speed of your bus. The only way to correct this alert is to create distance. The system will account for changes in required stopping distance depending on your speed. The final red alert is for collision mitigation automatic braking. Buses with Wingman Advanced can only apply the brakes for a slower moving vehicle and will never apply brakes for a stationary object. Understand that an audible tone does not always mean braking is occurring or about to occur. You may receive a notification in the LCD display for a stationary object. This may be a vehicle that is stopped. Remember, Wingman Advanced will not apply brakes for this because it's not moving, but it may notify you that something is in your travel path. As few fleets operate buses with Wingman Fusion, this portion will be brief. Firstly, buses equipped with Wingman Fusion have a forward-looking camera in the windshield. Additional added features are speed sign detection, alerting the driver to overspeed conditions, lane departure alerts above 37 miles per hour, and braking for stationary vehicles as well. For greater detail on collision mitigation, please visit our website. There, we cover everything a driver, mechanic, or trainer may need to know about collision mitigation systems. This section was just intended to familiarize you with changes in the display. In this final section, we will go over the forward HVAC controls. The HVAC control module is simple to use. The system uses 3 adjustable dials and 3 push buttons to control the system. Number 1 points to the recirculation button. Each bus has a cabin fresh air intake that allows outside air into the HVAC system. Pressing this button closes the fresh air intake vent to recirculate cabin air. For intake of fresh air, turn this off by pressing the button again. Number 2 points to the blower speed adjustment. You will find the new defrost system is not only more effective than the previous model, but much quieter with more speed options. Button number 3 turns the dash air conditioning system on and off. First, set your preferred fan speed using the leftmost dial, then press the center button. The green light indicates the system is on. The mode control dial, number 5, allows you to direct airflow through the dashboard vents, defroster, or driver's floor heater. You can also split airflow by placing the dial between 2 settings. Finally, the max defrost button overrides all other controls and directs most airflow to the defroster and wing window vents. This concludes the next generation CE bus overview. If you have additional questions or would like more information than what was provided here, please let your supervisor know. We will be happy to provide any additional information you may need.